So, it's been 3 days, maybe 4 by the time I upload this, since I last uploaded a video showing off the progress on my rally game. Now, in that time, I've added a good bit. Of course, I'm nowhere near done the game, but I've started work on a campaign mode and finished adding pace notes for the second rally stage. Now, let's get right into that. So yes, I've started to implement a campaign mode for my rally game. Now I already have the data store, which keeps track of your level working, and the general way I have it, general way I think it's supposed to be set up, done. Of course, I've got a good bit of levels to do, but I've got most of the behind the scenes stuff mostly done. Of course, something might always come up, and I might have to revamp something because it just stops working. But I figured I'd cover exactly what I've done in that so far. So, I currently have 3 different, levels of the career mode. The training group of levels, the beginner group of levels, and then the advanced group. Alright? So, I plan to have 6 or so levels, in the beginner mode, training mode, and then 9 or so in beginner, and then maybe 4 in advanced. I already have done 5 out of the 6 levels for the training mode. Now the training mode is supposed to basically teach the basics of the game. The first level is very simple. It is just WASD, E to shift up, very basic stuff that most people will understand. It's really just there to teach people that don't really do racing games all that much exactly what they're supposed to do. Then the second stage, I believe, teaches you how to use the parking brake and do a good parking brake turn around a hairpin. And then I teach some ramps, going off ramps, because that is something you do encounter at one point. I also teach you how to drive on rough terrain without flipping your car, and go through it relatively fast. Yeah, so that's 4. I don't remember what the other level, the 5th level that I'm done is, but I have the 6th level. I plan to be a track, which is a combination of all of the stuff that I've added, and you have to get a certain time to basically prove that you've learned everything before you can move on to the beginner group of levels. My plan for the beginner levels is, most of them are going to be full track stuff, where you have to do a certain car on a certain track and get under a certain time. But I'm also going to try to stick in some fun challenges, which will also challenge me as a programmer, to basically spice up the gameplay and make sure that the player doesn't get bored, as that's not something I really want. But then the advanced mode, that is what I plan to be really interesting, with some great challenges and some really exciting gameplay. Of course, you have to work to get there, get through all of the beginner and training levels. But I think that should be an exciting thing to work on. Once again, most, if not all, of the behind-the-scenes stuff, for example, saving the level that you're on, loading it in, and progressing through the game, should be set up right now, but I don't know. It's working so far. I haven't had any issues yet. I did have one small issue where it wouldn't add something to the value, so I couldn't use a local script to add stuff to the value. I actually had to do it once you've touched the finish line, and I had to get the player from the character, and do some other stuff and check if the value was right below a certain thing, and then set it to something. If not, just do nothing. But now that I've done that, it should work. Now let's cover the second rally stage that I've just finished. So yes, I just finished the second rally stage and implemented all of the pace notes necessary for it. Now, of course, all these pace notes have audio. It all works great, and currently that's a stage that is done. I don't really know what I'm going to do for the next stage. So I'm going to keep working on the campaign mode right now so that I can maybe get inspired by something to do. I'm thinking of maybe doing something in the style of like a toge, which is a small, tight Japanese road. Something you'd see on a show like Initial D for the next rally stage. Or I guess somewhat similar to Corsica or something. But I don't know, it's all really in the idea phase for what I'm going to do for the third stage. If you have a suggestion, then leave it down below, and I'll see if I might be able to pull it off. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.